Here's the thing about open source. They're not necessarily looking for your data. Your data is whatever, it's compromised already. They're on all of your devices. They have your data. They have the technology already. They know. The surveillance is 100% about private, personal intel and intimidation. They already know what you know. They have your data. Surveillance is to collect personal intel, as in your personal communications, your personal calendar, your personal email, your personal photos, etc., etc., etc. And the only reason to collect that is to use it against you. It's not about the data. They have the data. It's about intimidation. You have no privacy. You have to assume if Russia or China or the secret space program or whatever the fuck nation state, if they want it, they're gonna get it. It doesn't work. It's hopeless. Like I have crazy ass malware on my shit that they like. I have multiple Bluetooth attacks, like physical proximal within 100 feet of me physically Bluetooth attacks that I have logs and live packet captures for all over town. No, it's not cool. It's disturbing. It's disturbing. I have Bluetooth attacks that happened within 100 feet of me at my co-working space at my office and at local bars and at the local university
Yeah,
within
you know who
100
did
feet
it
of
at
me.
your co-working space. It was the guy from Atlanta, right?
That was SRI guy. There's like so many people that have gone through that co-working space. Like my co-working space is like the internet was set up by this NSA black hat hacker dude that I hate. His name is Greg. He's a douchebag. But like their whole network was set up by this NSA black hat insider Greg. I hate him. What? So like here's an example. So like my girlfriends that I've known since I was like 8 years old, like they're 32 now, like I am, right? And so I'm calling them, I'm talking to them, and I'm like, yo, we discovered anti-gravity and it's a real hassle. Like we discovered anti-gravity and it's like the worst thing that ever happened to us in our entire lives. It's like a fucking curse. It's horrible. Like we discovered anti-gravity and our lives went to shit and people started sabotaging us and it's a harassment, threat. It's awful. And I'm talking to my girlfriends that have known me my entire life and they're like, "Hey, I've known you forever. I grew up like visiting your house and slumber partying at your house and like listening to your dad rant, whatever, etc." And they're like, "Hey, if anti-gravity were to be discovered, it would be in Huntsville. And if someone in Huntsville discovered anti-gravity, it would be your fucking family." It would be your fucking it would be the Eskridges. And my girlfriends that grew up with me are like, I I believe you. I have no doubts. They're like, whatever. I grew up in your house and yes, I believe it. I don't even have to see it because I know you. They're like, yes, it makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. Natural evolution, fact, reality. Yes. They're like, I don't have to see it. I believe you. So like that's where I'm coming from here. It's obvious to everyone around me and my family's in like total denial. My family's in total denial and we're like, so I hired this new cybersecurity company and it's run by the former CIO of Northrop Grumman. I was referred to him for a reason. And he's like, "Hey, I've been spending 35 years in counter espionage, specifically for the Navy, specifically for advanced propulsion. And I was the chief information officer for Northrop Grumman." And I was like, "Okay, I'm going to tell you a series of really crazy ass stories. And can you please reserve judgment until the end?" And I told him a bunch of stories about like electronic and physical surveillance and stalking and like weird ass death and sexual threats and shit. And I got to the end and I was like, okay, I'm ready. Tell me I'm crazy. I'm here. I'm ready. I'm insane. Tell me I'm sane. I'm ready for it. Tell me. And this guy was like, I wish I could tell you that you were insane, but you're totally not. I'm so he was like, "I'm so fucking sorry." He was, like, trying to let me down gently. He was trying to let me down gently, and he was like, "The stories you've told me, I've heard from other young women in technology positions." And he was like, "They do it on purpose. They do, like, crazy ass shit to you that is unbelievable just so that you feel like you can't tell anyone." And they pose as, like, agents
My
from their own
my
government.
trick is that I tell everyone, and
I
by
do
telling
too, but,
everyone,
like,
you protect yourself.
I tell people, but I wait until I have 5 or 6 smoking guns before I open my mouth. But, like, this guy was like, "I'm so fucking sorry." He was, like, letting me down gently. He was like, "I've heard these stories before from other young women." He was like, "There's the DVD, Blu-ray Epic War, where it was, like, uncertain for a while whether DVD or Blu-ray was gonna predominate, and it was between, like, US and China." And he was like, "There was this female, like, technology executive in the US that was affiliated with that," and he was like, "She couldn't go to the grocery store with her children without receiving, like, people following her in a car and, like, threatening her in the parking lot." And he was like, "I've heard all of" he's like, "I've heard half of your stories, and the half of them that I haven't heard, I totally believe." He was like, "They do crazy ass shit to you just so that you feel like you can't talk about it."